All right, so we got some great information coming up for you because we brought in a very, very dynamic team, real estate professionals that have got a ton of experience on so many facets, and we brought them in to help share with you a lot of great information. We learned a lot. We sat with them yesterday, and they shared with us what's really happening in the real estate market. We're talking with, today we have Shirley Erpenbach, right?
Yes.
All right, making
good job.
sure.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm the name hacker.
He's the name hacker.
I'm the name hacker. Shirley Erpenbach and Jeannine Walker.
I like how you say that.
There you go.
I sound French.
Yes. Well, they have been in the industry for quite some time. Shirley, I know, has been in the industry since 1989. Am I right?
Yes.
1989. Okay, almost as long as me. So you started when you were really young too, right?
That's right.
A
child.
And Jeannine, it's cute because she's been in the industry since 1999, but you basically grew up in the real estate industry. You didn't have a choice but to have real estate all around you. Am I right?
I sure did, Don. Actually, my mother was a broker of real estate out here, and my father is a retired real estate appraiser. So as I told you yesterday, it definitely runs in my blood. I started answering phones for my mom when I was 12. If you stayed home sick, you had to go on appraisals with Dad. So it was never a dull moment, and it's interesting seeing back then what the market was doing and how we used to do business to today's market and how we do business.
You know, that's interesting because you get to see the transition of the real estate market and how technology affects it, how the global community affects it, how the media affects it. I think it was probably even more local before than it is now. I think now we do have more outside influence.
Absolutely. I mean, our MLS used to consist of a book that we would go through. We didn't have those computers at that point.
Well, you remember when they had I always tease about that, where people hear about a pocket listing. And right now that just means it's a listing that hasn't actually made it to MLS. But do you guys know where pocket listing came from?
No. Where'd that come from, Don?
Thank you, Jeannine, for that setup. No, what's really funny is a pocket listing back in the day was realistic, like you mentioned back in the day. I've been around that long, where you had a book that actually had all the listings. You had to have this book. You didn't go online for it. So what would happen is somebody really liked a particular home for their buyer. They would rip out that page, fold it up, and put it in their pocket. And nobody else would know about it because you didn't have online. So that's where
stole the page from the book.
Exactly. That's why they call it a pocket listing. So
times have changed.
Yes.
A history lesson with Don Getling.
Yes. Now I'm showing my age, so I shouldn't be teaching history.
I know. I get scared sometimes. I was like, wait a second. Guns N' Roses is classic rock?
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. So we want to talk about that because things have changed a lot. What's nice is Shirley and Jeannine brought some stats for you because I want to start off with the stats because that's going to tee it up for why you need an expert, why you need a professional. And if you are not working with a professional, you will not succeed. Gino will stand behind me. You will not succeed. If you're not working with a professional real estate agent or a professional lender, you are toast. You will not succeed in this industry because it's the most competitive I've seen it in 25 years. So why don't we start off with some fun facts that you have for us, Shirley?
Well, first I just wanted to say that in a normal market, we have about 12 to 1,500 homes listed at any given moment. And in our current market, we have 223 active listings.
Ouch.
Terribly low. And every listing, it's a fight. Most listings have 10 to 12 offers average, especially in the 300 price range, 3 to 350. That seems to be an average price range for starting out to buy homes. And it's very competitive. You have to have the best offer you can write. You have to have the best pre-approval letter you can have, and you have to have a complete package. Just so important.
Yeah, we're going to go in depth on that because I do want you out there to know what the difference is. Why one person will get a house versus somebody else. Why is their offer being accepted versus someone else? Why is somebody selling their house for full price or more versus somebody who isn't? These are all key factors that most of you out there don't know. And the only reason we know is because we work with people like Shirley Erpenbach and Jeannine Walker with Realty Executives. They are experts, and they share this great information with us, and they're sharing it with you today. So thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having us. And hello, Santa Clarita Valley.
See, they're local. These are local professionals that understand this market, so that's why we appreciate them being here today.
Well, not only is that a theme of today's show, Don, earlier we were talking with the local professional, and most of the time, like you mentioned, this is your show. This is a local show, and we do focus on professionals that are local in the area, professionals that give back to our local community, and professionals that are accountable. You know, you can
these are like professional, like, you know, financial people, professional real estate, not just professionals.
Well, you like to say you're a professional motocross racer.
Yeah, that was back in the day when 26 broken bones later, I am retired.
Ouch.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we know that the listings, we normally, hopefully you tuned in. Again, you're with the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show, and we're with Shirley Erpenbach and Jeannine Walker with Realty Executives, a dynamic team that is really helping a ton of people right now. I mean, it makes a difference when you work with more and more people. You get better and better at assisting them because you see more things that can go wrong, things that go right, and that enables you to have a lot more experience, just like we do. We feel, because of the amount of loans we do at Cherry Creek Mortgage, that we're more informed and more prepared for this crazy market. You guys think it's a little crazy right now, Jeannine?
I definitely think it's a crazy market, Don. Crazy but fun. You know, it's exciting. It's, you know, helping those family members get into that first home, or, you know, being able to help that homeowner see the value of buying an investment property, or, you know, the family that's in the 2-bedroom, 1-bath because that's what they could afford before is, you know, now you can sell that and you can get them into, you know, a 3+2. And it's just exciting to see families get so excited about buying their first home or second home. So that's what I love.
I love the positive spin you put on that, Jeannine. We're talking about, you know, Shirley mentioned that it's tough out there. We usually have 1,200, 1,400 listings. We've been as high as over 2,000, obviously.
Yes.
And now we're down to 200 and something. But you just mentioned opportunities.
Yes.
You're still positive and you're passionate about it because there's opportunities. You mentioned, Shirley, that people are still buying homes $300,000 at $350,000. Now, difficult, because there's only so many in that price range.
Yes.
But I bet you both of you guys remember when the cheapest house was, what, $600,000? Am I right, Shirley?
Oh, definitely, yes.
I mean, we're talking areas of Canyon Country, and I'm nothing against Canyon Country, a.k.a. Santa Clarita Valley now, that, you know, we're at $600,000 for a 2-3-bedroom home that was built in the 70s.
Well, we always tell people that it's very few times in life when you can buy a home for 40% less than what the height of the market was, when interest rates are 3.5%, when you can get in with 3.5% down. There's so many exciting things in the market right now for first-time buyers or people that don't have a lot of money to get into their dream home. And, you know, with every home that we sell, when somebody needs to sell their current home, it brings a new listing, and that is definitely what our market needs right now, are listings.
Yeah, I am very excited for the move-up buyer. You mentioned the move-up buyer earlier.
Yes.
Great opportunity.
And I think it's the best opportunity I've seen in 7 years or so for a move-up buyer. Great opportunity, especially if you got trapped with the last downturn and you bought the house because you were speculating a little bit. You thought it would go up in value, and then you got trapped in a smaller home and your family continued to grow. What a great time. Or if you bought a big home that you didn't really need, and, you know, like my wife, she's like, I don't want to clean a big house anymore. So she definitely pushed us into a smaller house and said, you know, I just don't want to have that big house, so move down as well.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
it's always interesting that I'm trying to think of the word here. It's interesting to see what is pushing somebody to want to move up or down, or their motivation, should I say.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's what's nice. You guys are really good at, because we're fortunate to work with both Shirley Erpenbach and Jeannine Walker. We work with Shirley's sister, Helen Klein, is one of our top loan officers at Cherry Creek Mortgage, who just does an incredible job. So we get to see the incredible job and how passionate you guys are about asking the questions. And you guys are militant at being on top of those homes when they come available, because you have to. Am I right?
Oh, definitely. Gosh, it's so hard right now that we have to make sure. Jeannine and I check the MLS probably 15 times a day to see if any new homes have come up for our buyers, just to try to get in there, show it right away, and get our offer in.
Yeah, it's important. So we're going to talk about insider information. That's right. Nobody's going to jail here, but we're going to talk about how Shirley and Jeannine have insider information that can change your opportunity of finding that dream home, because it's more difficult than ever to be able to get into your dream home. And they have insider information. We're going to share that with you right when we get back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show on your hometown station, AM 1220, KHTS.